All right. So if you missed the intro, besides all the crazy, YouTube won't let me be horizontal today. My name is Cheryl Dorsey. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southern California. So welcome to the squad today. Glad that you're here. And as I said, we're going to make a really cute card, a birthday card. So we're not making Christmas today. We're doing birthday. I have not addressed and sent out my Christmas cards yet. Have you? Have you done that? I have not. So I am behind schedule. I'm really behind schedule. Okay. It looks like some people are coming back. Thanks, you guys, for coming back. Sorry about the orientation today. YouTube is mad at me, apparently, and won't let me do horizontal. So, anyway, let's talk about. Oh, you haven't done yours either, Lisa. Okay, so I don't feel so bad. I think I have all the cards ready to go, but I haven't addressed them or stamped them or taken them to the post office. So I still have a little bit of work to do over the next week, shall we say. A little bit over the next week. Well, we are going to do this fabulous card. I did it with my Stamp Club members at my house this morning, and they loved it. This is from a new online exclusive that was released last month in November, and it is so cute. Let me show you. So it's a bundle. So here's the bundle. These are the dies. It's called Cake Day. And here's the stamp set. So very excited to show this to you today. So what this is my website, by the way. I didn't say that at the beginning because I was flustered, but this is where you can find me. So if you're looking for information about me, if you'd like to shop in my online store, if you want to see all the projects that I have on my website, that's where you go. All that good stuff is there. All right, so I'm going to start here. This card's a little different. I think you're going to enjoy it. I've got a piece of lemon lolly cardstock, and it is 4¼ inches by 5½ inches. It's just a single piece of cardstock here. Then I've got a piece of this beautiful shimmer pool party colored paper. It's actually shimmer on both sides. This is a new product. I just got this in my pre-order. It's a new product that will be available in January 6th. The new mini catalog and new online exclusives will go live, and you'll be able to get this beautiful shimmer paper. It comes in a package with 2 sheets of this, 2 sheets of, I think it's lemon lolly, and 2 sheets of bubble bath. So it's really beautiful paper, perfect for springtime. Great springtime colors. So I'm just going to start with this. I didn't tell you how big it is, so let me tell you. This is 4 inches by 5¼ inches. And I'm just going to layer this right on top here. So let me grab my glue. And I'll work on this, and then I'll come over in a minute and check in the comments. If you are live with us today, let me know where you are. Some of you, I'm starting to, I think, be able to guess where you're watching from because you're the regulars. You're the regular crew. But there's always new people here. Oh, and I know what I wanted to say. I wanted to say thank you because last week, this channel, our Stampin' Squad YouTube channel, hit 6,000 subscribers. So that's a big milestone for us. Yay, give ourselves a round of applause. So thank you very much for subscribing and for sharing the channel with your friends. That makes a huge difference. And I was thrilled that we hit that milestone. Now on to 7,000, right? On to 7,000. Why stop at 6? Okay, we've got that done. I'm just going to put it over here out of the way for just a second. Now, I've got all these little pieces, scraps of cardstock. I've got some Pool Party. This is basic white. This is Coastal Cabana, Pretty in Pink, and Petunia Pop. So, a wide variety of colors. The great thing about this bundle is you can use any colors you want. So there's not a designer series paper that coordinates with this. It's just the bundle. So whatever kind of cake you like and whatever colors you like, you can grab those and make a fun card. So I think that is super fun. There are no restrictions. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to do here. So I've got this die I'm going to use on this, right? And then I've got this die that is little candles. That's going to go on the Coastal Cabana. I've got this little flag die. There are so many dies in this set. So many dies. That's going to go on there. And then I've got these cute little, I don't know if it's like a little meringue or like a whipped cream dollop, but those are going to cut out pieces on the white. So I'm just going to set all this stuff out of the way for just a second because we do need to stamp something. So on this piece of Petunia Pop, I'm going to grab my bubble bath stamp pad. And this is like, you know how they do the little shell shaped icing kind of on the borders of cakes? That's what this is. So let me just ink that up and stamp on here one time. And we'll do another one. And then we'll die cut these out as well. It's nice. In this stamp set, you saw they gave me 2 of the little meringue pieces. They also give 2 for these. So super, super nice. We're going to load all that up on my cut and emboss machine all at one time. So sorry, I know we're kind of close in here. Next week, everything will be back to normal, I'm sure. Okay, let's get some of these pieces on here so we can run this whole thing through. So first we've got this, and all these pieces are going to make sense in just a minute. I am going to use some tear and tape because I'm loading so many things on here. Let's put these on. And I'll put a little tape over the top of that. And I said tear and tape. You know that's not what I mean. I mean Post-it note tape. Of course, you know, Post-it note tape. I do have some news for you at the end, so got lots of things to share today. Okay, let's get these on. So if you're here live, tell me what you've been up to. Tell me in the chat what is going on in your world. We had a fun Thanksgiving over here, and I think we fully recovered from it. So much good food, right? And lastly, got this Coastal Cabana piece. And this one is going to cut out some little candles for us. All right, let me get my top plate on here. And we'll send this whole thing through. And there are a lot of dies on there, so that makes it pretty thick. So I'm going to send it through, and then I'm just going to bring it back, snap, crackle, pop. Maybe. There we go. We got it. Okay, let's move that out of the way. And let's see, whoops, let's see what we've got. So this one, I peel off my tape here, put it out of the way. Once I get all these pieces off the dies here, I'm going to come see what you guys are up to in the comments. And we've got candles. And we're actually only going to use one candle today, so I'm ahead of the game there. I've got some already cut out. We've got our little whipped cream or meringue. And we should have a little flag and some icing shells. I love this. It kind of made me think of, do you remember the dies we had this summer that were kind of the beachy ones, and it made that cute little tote and all the little things like the little seashells, the little bottle, the little scarf. There were all these different dies that you could use to cut out all these pieces and then make the cutest little, like a vignette. It was adorable. Okay, there we go. Now, there is one thing I die cut before I came on with you today. So let me show you that. So it is this large die right here. I die cut out a piece of lemon lolly. So there it is, right there. And let me see what's up in the comments. Okay, I see a laughing, crying emoji. Okay, cards haven't gone out yet. Okay, good. I don't feel so bad. Thank you guys for the congratulations on the subscribers. I'm stoked. I'm so excited. I love sharing this stuff with you all. And Marion, oh, it's cold in Arkansas. You know what? It was so hot here today. And later this week, it's supposed to be like 88 degrees. I don't know what is happening. I mean, I know it's Southern California, but that's hot for December. Kind of crazy. And Lisa is cold too. Oh, Pennsylvania, snowing. How beautiful. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good, Lisa. I'm glad you had a nice Thanksgiving. Snow. Thanks, Carla. She's going to share the snow. I get it. I get it. Okay. What do we do with this now? Well, let's stamp. Let us stamp. I'm going to grab my Pretty in Pink stamp pad. And there are two stamps that I'm getting ready to use. Let me show you here. So I'm going to use this stamp, and then these two lines are part of one stamp. You'll see in just a second. So that's what I'm getting ready to use. Now, there's kind of a special way to use these two stamps together to get layers of icing or frosting in your cake. And so I'm going to take this one first, and I'm going to start as close to the bottom as I can get. So there it is, right along the bottom. Now, I'm going to take this other one that has these two lines, and I'm going to put it here with the bottom line very close to what I just stamped, like that. So this stamp with the two lines actually creates the space between the frosting. So it creates the layers. And then this one little one makes the frosting. So now it just goes right here, like that. And now we go back to the other one, and we're just going to go back and forth until we get to the top of our cake. There we are. It's kind of fun, actually, to see that come together. Okay. Just a couple more here to reach the top. And at the end today, I'm going to show you some more new product that's coming out in January. So I got some stuff with the pre-order. We actually used some of it today in my club, and that was really fun. Okay, that is all our stamped frosting. Is it frosting or icing? It's kind of like, is it stuffing or dressing? Do you guys know? Do you know? Is it icing or frosting? Is it stuffing or dressing? All right, I'm going to take this little flag, and there's a little stamp that says happy birthday, and it's kind of swervy like this, so it fits right in there. I'm using my Coastal Cabana. Let me pull it down here so I can see a little bit better. Here we are. So cute. Okay, I'm glancing. I'm glancing at the comments. You guys are doing the weather report, but no one knows. Do you guys not know? Do you not know if it's frosting or icing? Stuffing or dressing? I thought surely somebody in this group would know the answer to that. All right, this, when I die cut it out, it has a score line already there, right in the middle. So now that I've done my stamping, I am going to fold on that score line and burnish this. Isn't that fun? Really cute. Now I'm going to work on my cake a little bit here. This piece that we die cut out is going to go right in here. Let's grab some glue. And get a little glue on here. I'm going to try to be careful. I come right down here and not get too enthusiastic with the glue down there. We don't want a whole bunch squeezing out. So this is just going to go right in here. Let me scooch it up. Let me pick it up. I can do a better job if I'm holding it in my hand. So let me scooch that up to the top. There we are. Excellent. Feel pretty good about that. Oh, and I didn't tell you, I was thinking lemon cake with strawberry frosting, icing. What do you think? That's what kind of made my mouth water. I thought that sounded good. I thought that sounded real good. All right, now we've got to build some things here. Oh, I showed you something. I didn't show you something else that I die cut out beforehand. These little pieces. So those dies are right here, these two. So I just cut these little starbursts out of some gold foil paper, and I'm going to layer them. So this little one, I'm going to put just a little tiny bit of glue on here. There we go. And I'm going to stick that right on top. And I'm going to just hold it down for a second just to make sure that gets stuck on there really good. All right, let me look at your comments while I'm waiting for that to stick. It depends on where you live. Marion, you're probably right about that, because sometimes people have different words for the things depending on where they live in the United States. Frosting and stuffing and icing and dressing. See, we got like polar opposites right there. Maybe it does have something to do with where you live. Okay, there we go. Got that. And of course, that is going to go on the top of our candle right here. That is so fun. All right, so again, just a little bit. See, this is a brand new glue, so I'm trying to be careful and not squish out a whole bunch. Oh, here we go. Let's put this on here. And again, I'm just going to hold that in place for a second to make sure it takes and it gets stuck on there really good. I don't know about you all, but I'm a little bit relieved to be working on projects that are not Christmas. I mean, I love all the Christmas stuff, but I do a lot of it. And when I'm done, I'm really done. So, yeah, it's fun to be doing something else. Okay, we're going to layer up some things here. This is going to go along the bottom here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right on this edge. I will say this is one of those things where you could cause yourself a little bit of grief with the adhesive. Okay, so we want to be careful and not get too carried away with the adhesive. All right, so a couple things. I only put it along here so it's not sticking out here. I think one thing to just always keep in mind is that when you're finished, you want to go do this. So you don't want to do anything that's going to cause this to be glued closed, right? So I've got that here. The other thing I did, you'll notice I kind of shifted it this way. It's barely sticking over the edge over here. I will tell you why in just a minute. All right, this is going to go up here. So we've got little mirror images down here and up here. And other things are going to happen here, right? This, I'm just dry fitting some stuff right now. This is going to go in here. And this one's going to go right next to it. In there. We have a candle that needs to go back here underneath, right? Things are just slipping around. That's okay. I'm not really gluing anything yet. Hold on, I've got some reverse tweezers here to help me out. So I'm just kind of testing things so I can figure out what I want it to look like. So that's going to go there. And I want to put this in here like that. So cute. I love it. All right. I think I'm going to put a little glue on this. There we go. Just spread it around a little. Okay. Now, I know it needs to go approximately here. So I'm just going to move all that stuff out of the way and put it right here. Okay. Then this is going to go next to it. I'm very excited about this. I want to do it in a whole bunch of different flavor combinations. One of the examples that is shown, because this was an online exclusive for November. So when you look at it online, you'll see a couple of examples. And one of the examples was clearly chocolate cake. So, that's good. Let's see, these are going to go just right on here. So let's do that. I'm going to put this one on first. And I think it's cute that the dies are kind of the little top part. It's going in opposite directions. Here, I'll show you what I mean. So this one's kind of swirling over that way. And the other one is swirling back the opposite direction. I don't know why. I think that's a cute detail. So they are not identical. There we go. That's fun. Now, last piece. This is going to go right here. And again, I'm going to not have it hanging way over the edge. We'll talk about why in a minute. It's going to go right about there. So let's get some glue for that. And if you're watching the replay later, thank you for watching. So that's going to go right here. Fancy. It's so fun and fancy. I love it. Now, we want to glue this on the front of our card. So you remember at the beginning, I just chose to use just one piece of cardstock there. So I didn't make a card that you open. I felt like this opening, and it's yellow, right? It's a light color, so you can write on that. I felt like that's how I wanted my card to open. Now, I realize that maybe you're sending it to someone and you want to write more than what this would allow. So you can always just take a piece of basic white and put it on the back. It would sit right on the back, and then you'd have a lot more room to write if you needed to. The other option you could do is to make this an actual card base that opens, like the normal card bases would do. So you could put it that way, and then you'd have an actual big card to open, and you could write in there. Right, this is going to go on here. And so let me get some glue on it, and then we'll talk about a little overhang over there. So you notice I'm not bringing glue all the way over to the edge, this edge. And it's got plenty of glue on it. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to fall off the card. All right. Because this overhangs just a little bit, if I brought glue all the way to the edge and then opened this all the way, it might bend the edges. It might bend that little piece that's kind of hanging off over there. And I did not want that to happen. So you saw I just brought glue kind of over here. So this part is loose. Let me show you. See, that's not really glued down on that side. So this has room when I open it all the way for that little bit just to slide underneath the card. And that way it doesn't get bent and messed up. So there we go. That's our adorable, adorable, adorable birthday card. The stamp set is fun because it's got, where is it? Here it is. So, whoops, on the little flag, we did happy birthday. The congrats would also fit on there. And then they've got some other fun sentiments. I have a son that's graduating this coming weekend. And so I'm going to make him a let's celebrate and yay cake card for his graduation. I think that'll be so cute. But super fun card. Tell me what you think. And then I've got some other stuff to show you. Let's see. Frosting and dressing. There is a distinction. Okay, so I'm going to have to look them up and see what it says. and see. I don't know. I like knowing the definitions of words. So I will be looking those up and trying to figure out exactly what they mean. And here's our cake card. So fun. I know I'm going to make more of these different flavors of cake, right? Different flavors of cake, mix it up a little bit. All right. What do I want to tell you? I want to tell you that two things. Okay. So, first, I want to tell you about money saving. And then I'm going to tell you about the new mini catalog that comes January 6th. Okay. First, I'm just going to tell you there are three reasons why you may want to consider placing an order Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday this week. Okay. And those reasons are number one, they have updated the last chance products list. So many of the things that were in the September to December catalog, which is still going. So lots and lots of holiday stuff is now on the last chance products list. Okay. So if you want that stuff, you didn't get everything you wanted from the catalog yet, a lot of it's on last chance now. So that might motivate you to place an order. This might motivate you to place an order. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week, when the value of the products you buy is $75 or more here in the United States. Free shipping. Free shipping. I need some cardstock, y'all, so I am going to be making an order. So that's reason number two. All right, that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Today's Monday, so you have a little time to figure out what it is that you want to get. All right, you can look at that last chance products list. You can browse the website and pick out your things. $75 or more. Now, here's the other fun thing. Once you get to $75, you qualify to purchase the product of the month. And if you're not familiar, product of the month is brand new. December, right now, is the first month of product of the month. It's going to keep going. Every month as we go along, we'll have a new product of the month. And so, whatever that is, that product is only while supplies last. So, you'll never see it in a catalog. It's not going to be, an online exclusive or anything like that. It's just the product of the month. So, the product of the month this month is Designer Series paper. It'll be something different every month. This month is a package of Designer Series paper. It's 12 by 12 paper. There are 12 sheets, just like a regular package of Designer Series paper. And normally, Designer Series paper, if you go on the website and you're buying a package of it, I think it's $12.50. But the product of the month is $5. So you get a full pack of this beautiful Designer Series paper with all these blues for $5. So the product of the month is always going to be something great, and it's always going to be $5. So that's something to think about as we're going forward. When you place an order, you want to think about getting to $75 because once you reach that threshold, you can add the product of the month for $5. So, three reasons. Last chance products list updated. Free shipping this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And once you get to the $75 threshold to get your free shipping, you could also add that product of the month for $5. So I think that's exciting. I'm very excited about that. Okay. So here's the really fun thing I wanted to share with you. I did say new mini catalog coming in January. I can't show you the inside yet, but this is the outside. So all the spring things, so fun, beautiful, gorgeous. I've already ordered. Yes, I have already ordered. So this catalog goes live on January 6th. And there are new online exclusives going live on January 6th. So there's going to be so many new products for you. If you're a demonstrator, you already know this, and you may have already placed an order because we are in pre-order for demonstrators right now. All right, the thing I want to show you is the Valentine's Suite. Okay. Because January 6th, when that hits, we want to get our Valentine stuff, right? Because we want to get it right away so we can make all our Valentine projects before February 14th. So let me show you the Valentine suite. Here's the bundle. These are the stamps. These are the dies. So fun. I love Valentine's Day. So that's where we're going to start. But you know, my favorite part of a suite is the designer series paper. So let's take a peek at that. Remember, there's 12 sheets of paper. There are 6 designs, so 2 sheets of each design. All right. So we have this one. So cute with the hugs and kisses, X and O's. I'll tell you the colors in here in just a minute. Stripes. Can't go wrong with stripes. All the little hearts and polka dots. Also, can't go wrong with polka dots. Kind of jumbled up hearts. This one, I don't know if you can see it very well. Let me hold it up here. You can see there's little lines and dots. So just a very subtle little pattern in there. More hearts, little tiny ones. More hearts. I mean, it is Valentine's Day, right? We got some flowers here with a little pink background and more hearts. Last pattern, this kind of an ombre, kind of a going from really dark red to lighter. And the back of this is so adorable. Hearts and arrows. Little flowers too. So cute, so cute, so cute. All right, now, what else comes in the suite? Let me show you. 3D embossing folder with these little hearts and the little arches and the bigger hearts as well. There it is. Fantastic. And ribbon. This is, I think it must be 1/8 of an inch. It's quite skinny. It's bubble bath color. So it's easy to work with because it's so skinny. And then we have some little loose, okay, I'm going to pop this open. Loose Valentine assortment. So we have hearts, we have little letters ready to go in the mail. And then also, I'll just call them sprinkles, like these little things that look like the kind of sprinkles that you would put on your cupcake. So very fun. You know, we're going to make a shaker card with this. You know it. It is going to happen, right? We are going to do a shaker card. Oh my goodness. Last thing I want to show you these bags. Oh, they're great. So they're actually good size. Let me grab my ruler. They are bottom to up here at the top, 10 inches. So it is a good size bag. They are food safe. So if you want to make some homemade goodies and put them in here, you can. So you see it's got red on the side here. And let me grab this and tell you what the colors in that designer series paper are. The colors are Bubble Bath, Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, Real Red, and Strawberry Slush. So if you have any reds and pinks cardstock, you probably have at least one of those, maybe more. But that's what's coming. That is some of the stuff that's coming. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Where's our card? There it is. So that's what we made today. Let me see what's happening. We got cute. Not a Valentine's fan, but I think that paper is pretty. I would agree with that. I mean, you know, the kids have a great time with Valentine's, right? I remember being in elementary school and doing decorating a bag and doing all the Valentines and all that stuff. So it's different for adults, for sure. But the paper is pretty, as always, right? Their designer series paper is always pretty. Oh my goodness, I forgot. There's one other thing I want to show you. So with this set, this bundle that we did today, that there are dies in there that will make a French macaron. So that is one of my favorite guilty pleasures. So we've got this, the die cuts this, the die cuts this out. I can say that. And then there's a die that cuts this out. So chocolate macaron. This actually splits open right there. And so this slips up inside there and makes our darling little macaron. How cute is that? So you can just take like a little glue dot and put in here that will hold that in place. How adorable is that? Let me point out the die to you. I forgot to show it to you earlier when we were going along. So here, there's the cookie part. There's the yummy part that goes in the middle. Very cute. I think I'm going to have to make a card with a whole bunch of those because I think that will be fun. Okay, is that enough? Have we done everything we need to do today? We did make a card. We did manage to make a card. So I hope that you might consider this set. It is a fun one, very versatile. And tell your friends about the channel. Let's get to 7,000. Let's do it. And get your shopping cart ready. Get your shopping cart ready. It seems like I put a link down below for you. Oh, I know. In the description down below, I did put a special link there for these magnetic cards. They're hard. I mean, they are a little bit bendy, but they're thick, so they're very sturdy. These are at a website called Stampin Storage. So I put the link down there for their website, but they make these magnetic cards that fit into our new packaging. So if you like to store your dies on magnetic cards, they have ones they made specifically for Stampin' Up! That will fit in our packaging. So that was what I wanted to tell you. So there is a link down there for you if that is something that you want to add to your storage. Okay, kids, that is it. That is it. That is it for Monday the 8th. But I'll be back next week, and you two better behave so we can do a horizontal, a horizontal live next week. Okay, well, I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will see you next Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Bye bye.